Okay, so once you've cleared the head of all the hair, it'll obviously look like this. And what I like to do is to use some acetone to remove the scalp color. I don't always do this, but if it's in a case where I'm going to be rooting her blonde or a lighter color than what her scalp is painted, I like to remove the paint. It's not a necessary step, I just think that it looks better. So this is what she'll look like after you've used the acetone to remove all the scalp paint. Like I said, it's not necessary, it's just something that I think looks a little bit better and makes it look a little bit more refined, but that's a personal choice. If it doesn't bother you, then you don't necessarily have to do it. This hair is from Restoradol, and it comes in a circle. Not all hair comes like this, it just depends on where you purchase your hair. But how I'm going to cut my hair is for a fairly long length on this doll, past her back. I like to keep it overly long. So I'm just going to cut it into 2 even sections. One cut here, and then I just flip it right back around and cut it evenly on this side. And so I'll have 2 separate hanks of hair to re-root her head, because like I said, I'm going to keep her hair relatively long. So what I'm going to do is get my first plug. And this is something that's going to take a while for you to get proficient at selecting what size you need, because if you get it too small, you won't have a fully done re-root. But if you do it too big, you might end up blowing out the scalp. So something you just have to get a feel for. I like to keep my plugs about this size, roughly about the size of the needle. That's a pretty good size. It might be a little bit on the heavy or big side, but it should be okay. And what I like to do is just dip it real quick through a little bit of water to get a defined point, and then I thread the needle like any other needle, and it should look like that. And then I take the head and I select the hole I want to first go down through, right here, and then push it down through the scalp, and then it should come out of the neck, and then you pull it through, and then on the other side there should be the hair, and then just gently get a grip on it and twine it around your finger, and then you just make the knot. And if you feel like that's not secure, you can go ahead and do it again until it's just a basic slip knot. If you can see that, it's a little knot like that, and you can trim it if you like, but it's fine for me. And then you just pull it through until you can't pull it anymore, and there's your first plug. And then you can just continue on like that until you're ready for the part, which will be my next video. And then you just take another fairly thick, but not too thick, strand, such as this. Put a bit in the water, run it between your fingers, and then thread it through. the hole, and then pick the hole in the scalp that you want to put the hair into, and then press it down through the neck hole, and then pull it through from the other side, and then the hair will be out of the neck once again, and then put it around your finger and just tie it into a general slip knot. And then pull through until you're at the stopping point. And that's how you do re-root. And a general rule of thumb is that if you're struggling very hard to get through the hole with the amount of hair you have, then you're probably using too much. And also another tip is I like to keep these little white bands around the ends of the hair just to keep everything neat. And you'll develop your own style as far as how you're going to lay out the hair. You don't necessarily have to have the water, but just something extra I like to do. So that's about it.